It's been
The end of Lizzo.
half a year since we last talked about Lizzo. Last time we caught up with the singer, her life, her reputation, and possibly her freedom were all crumbling before her very eyes.
I remember.
Lizzo is essentially a walking Dove commercial at this point, all about quote-unquote body positivity.
I realized
Because she's a big bitch.
that my mere existence is a form of activism, especially in the body positive community.
No, you're just big. Like, I hate when you're big, accept the fact that you're big and go lose weight. What the fuck do you mean my body's is a sign of a body positivity movement? Shut the fuck up, bitch. You're just big.
And I wear that hat really well. And I'm going to continue
God damn!
to put on
A whole stage of big.
and represent and create safe
We love BBWs, by the way.
spaces for black, fat women.
But according to the lawsuit filed against her, that couldn't be less true. Alarming allegations of fat shaming, SA, and many other Ellen DeGenerate-esque activities were being levied against the singer by the people she employs.
Was she fat
These
shaming?
allegations all stem from a time period
That's like a pot cut on a cut to black, man.
when Lizzo was working on a show for Amazon Prime titled Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big Girls.
Fuck no.
It's Lizzo. I'm looking for dancers to join me on my tour. Girls that look like me don't get representation.
And the subsequent tour she did afterwards with the winners selected from said show. Namely, 3 backup dancers came out to sue Lizzo, her touring company, Big Girl Entertainment, and a judge on the show named Shirlene Quigley. Basically,
she's
the
bad.
allegations are that Lizzo is a power-hungry tyrant of a boss
Oh,
who felt
shit.
she could treat people around her like dirt underneath her shoe.
When I saw them speak up, I thought that's what strong looks like. And I was really proud of them because I knew how toxic the
Wait.
culture was.
When did all this go on? Did this happen on Twitter? Cause like, why? So Lizzo was fat shaming people basically while being fat. Man, that's how the world is now, bro. You love to see it. Let's go.
On that tour firsthand.
They alleged she did things like force them to get nude for photographs. She made the dancers go with her to the red light district in Amsterdam, which is known for having nude performers. Apparently during this show, Lizzo allegedly began inviting her dancers to take turns touching the club's nude performers. Apparently she made them
shit.
also catch toys straight out of their vajayjay and even
What?
eat bananas that were protruding out of the same area.
The 3 women say they were pressured to attend the after-party events Lizzo planned because those who
That's
went
disgusting.
were widely considered to enjoy greater job security.
Things start kind of getting a little weird. They start pulling out toys. Or
Who's
like
they?
the performers.
Okay.
Then they start taking out bananas, and the girl would like put them, in herself. Lizzo was encouraging people to like, oh, hey, you come do it. Hey, you come do it.
They even allege at one point that she encouraged one of her dancers, who was a known virgin, to touch one of these nude performers' breast.
She started to chant after I had said no multiple times. She was like, Ari, Ari. And then everyone kind of joined in.
What the
"Ari,
fuck?"
Ari." I briefly touched the performer and withdrew my hands, and, everyone kind of burst into laughter.
Bro, so why is Lizzo not cancelled? Or was she cancelled for like 2 weeks like the internet always does? Like, you guys let me know in the comments, man. This is wicked, bro.
Because me, of all people, they thought it was funny that I was touching this performer.
I just said, I feel unsafe, I feel disrespected, there's a bunch of mistreatment and just unprofessionalism going on. She basically started to ball up her fists and crack her knuckles, and she was like, ooh, you're so effing lucky right now, but she's like inching her way towards me, alluding to, you're so lucky I'm not going to hit you.
They
What
also
the hell?
claimed that during practice, Lizzo was so insane that at one point she made them dance for 12 hours straight, all in an attempt to keep their jobs. And then one of them even had to soil their own pants out of fear that she would be fired if she asked for a bathroom break.
Was I under the impression that if I left the stage, I would be fired? Yes. Did I, unfortunately, go to the bathroom on myself on stage because I was so terrified? Yes. There is, in a court of law, I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, I don't know anything, but I know that if you...
So Lizzo made you piss yourself. You see, that's what happens when you idolize this fucking artist or the celebrities. You know you can get a job somewhere else, right? So why would you pee on yourself because you're scared Lizzo is going to fire you? Man, fuck Lizzo. Damn.
You ask someone to tell the truth, these things will come out of her mouth. If you have to say yes or no to these questions, she has to say yes because they are true. There was multiple witnesses.
She was allegedly known to single out and purposely embarrass dancers, as well as somehow be fat-phobic. Basically, this lawsuit makes it sound as though the dancers were treated like second-class citizens on this tour. Keep in mind, this all being after they signed up, worked extremely hard, and won a competition that was pitched as the dream chance to work directly with someone I'm sure at the time most of them loved and respected.
I look up to her so much, and I
That's the problem.
follow in her footsteps, and I just want to share that with the Queen Lizzo herself.
That's the
Furthermore,
problem.
based on their
The Queen Lizzo herself. You calling this bitch a queen. That's the problem. By the way, I don't call black women bitches. But if you move like a bitch, I'll call you a bitch.
She seems to be the exact opposite of the person she portrays publicly, calling her political advocacy into serious question. And so you guys are probably wondering at this point, well, Jamari, why do you bring this all up? And it's actually because there has been some movement when it comes to this case. And it looks like we are going to see them actually go to court. But also when her Instagram account handle is literally Lizzo be eating. Of course the comments came out to absolutely destroy her.
Lizzo be eating. She's such a troll, bruh.
Says quitting eating? Ignore all the positive comments. They lying. See you at McDonald's next week.
Real.
Maybe take a walk. A very long one. And now people are actually speculating that the real reason Lizzo is going to be taking some time away is due to the latest update in her court case, where a judge denied her motion to completely throw this lawsuit out. So the judge on February 2nd denied Lizzo's motion to toss out the bombshell harassment lawsuit filed by 3 of her former backup dancers. Now keep in mind, he did actually dismiss certain accusations here, but he is going to be allowing the case as a whole to move forward to trial. Basically, what Lizzo and her team of lawyers were trying to do here was to get this case dismissed under California's anti-SLAPP statute, which to my understanding is when someone goes to the judge and they tell them, hey, this lawsuit levied against me is a bunch of nonsense. But because it is now a legal matter, I do not want to speak out publicly and try to defend myself because I don't want to open myself up to more litigation. Like as you could see here, her lawyers argue
So basically, she's just trying to throw that shit out the window. Like, you see, that's what happens when people have money and they do some bullshit. Just like to throw it under the carpet, throw it under the table, throw it out the window, and act like nothing happened. But Lizzo, your time is here. You are finished. You are doing all these other girls like this. Black, beautiful women. I don't like Lizzo. That's why I call you a big bitch every time, bro.
That the accusers were using this lawsuit to silence her. But in the end, the judge would rule that that anti-SLAPP statute didn't fit all these different allegations, though he did toss out some claims, like the fat shaming claim, and the idea that people were discriminated against due to their mental health problems. It is dangerous for the court to weigh in, ham-fisted, into constitutionally protected activity. I believe that he's talking about Lizzo's right to free speech. But it is equally dangerous to turn a blind eye to allegations of discrimination or other forms of misconduct merely because they take place in a speech-related environment. So to me, he's saying, yeah, some of that stuff that she said does kind of fall into free speech, or kind of like he said, she said, but some of these other allegations must have a little bit more merit. I mean, peer pressuring someone to eat a banana out of someone's pussy, that's pretty insane.
Oh, that's fucking wicked. Like, you take a banana, you stick it in there, and then you tell somebody to eat it. Lizzo, you're a sick nigga. What the fuck? Madame.
Now, from Lizzo's camps, they're essentially saying that these are just a bunch of disgruntled employees. They're arguing that Davis, Williams, and Rodriguez, who are the defendants in this case, had an axe to grind against the star because they had been reprimanded over a pattern of gross misconduct and have failed to perform their job up to par. So they're essentially saying, oh, these 3 girls, they're just being 3 sore losers because they couldn't make the cut, and in the end they weren't good enough to be part of my dance team. Plaintiffs embarked on a press tour, vilifying defendants and pushing their fabricated sob story in the courts and in the media. That ends today. Instead of taking any accountability for their actions, plaintiffs filed this lawsuit against defendants out of spite and in pursuit of media attention, public sympathy, and a quick payday with minimal effort.
I mean, it could be out of spite. They could be lying. But the thing is, I don't put it past Lizzo. Someone that thinks they are doing something or they are pushing a movement just because they're big, like, I don't think that person is good up there. They've convinced themselves that being big is fine, and like, no, don't get me wrong, it's fine. You can be big if you want to. But they've convinced themselves like being big means like everyone should love them for. She's basically made being a big bitch a personality, which is weird. Like, you're a celebrity. I don't even know what you do, but you're a celebrity. Does she sing? I don't know. But making being a big bitch a personality is kind of wicked, bro. Just saying.
And apparently the judge even made a motion to dismiss the harassment allegation that came from that nude photo shoot that apparently some of these women did not want to partake in. And he also dismissed this other allegation that stated that Lizzo's camp was intentionally interfering with these dancers getting other jobs. So to me, it seems like the thing they're really going to be looking into here is that night at the red light district, where Lizzo seems to have been a very inappropriate boss with people who are obviously not only her subordinates, but people who she has several different power and influence levels over. So now Lizzo and the captain of this dance team, Charlene, will still have to face these allegations of harassment, as well as accusations of racial and religious discrimination. So obviously Lizzo is going to be fighting this thing tooth and nail with her reputation on the line.
I think it's extremely damaging in the court of public opinion because of the image that we've all believed Lizzo to be.
And so we're gonna see how this all plays out, but this is obviously going to change her reputation forever. And to me, her public image as this like body positive person, I think all that shit at this point is done. But I want to know what you guys think about this situation down below. Also want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing.
Shut up, bitch. Okay, so basically what I think is, shit, they might be lying. You never know, because people might want a payday. But I don't put it past Lizzo, bro. She's a big bitch. With that being said, have a good day, y'all. Bye.